this figure is still a good figure. What part of that didn't you? This is Earthrise Scorponok, and that's a tub that has a bunch of my stuff in it. If you smell what the rock is cooking. Hey everybody, welcome to Review Time with iSlip. I'm iSlip, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Alien Attack Optional Girl M3. This is Optional Girl. It is a cosplaying figure, I guess you could call it. So yeah, I don't know where to really start with this. I'm just gonna, you get the figure, and inside the box you get 3 clamshells with various parts. Now when you get her, she's going to be in her, hold on, let me move this out of the way. She's going to be in her Optimus Prime cosplay configuration. So you get inside the box, you get your instruction booklets with your water slide decals, which I have not put on. I'll put on after I do the video because I take my time. You get not this baggie, but you get a baggie. For some reason, you get a baggie with all of the accessories that come with the other version of the Optional Girl. I'm not sure why, but I'm not gonna get force in the mouth. You get 3 stacked clamshells. If I can get them out. So the top one is this, which comes with 2 swords, the sword moved over, a shield, next, and I forget what was in these 2 spots here. You get this clamshell that comes with her hair, the back of her human head, arms or something, I think, and her human crotch and her human boobs, and of course 4 faces. And then you get the last clamshell, which has all the rest of her human bits, and also comes with, well, not her human bits, actually comes with her torso with the upper part of her legs here, all complete, and then her legs for robot mode. All the robot mode stuff is over here. Robot mode hands are down here, human hands are up at the top. And yeah, I believe that is everything. She stands about just under 8 inches tall in human mode. So let me get her back into frame. Getting her standing in human mode is a little hard because her feet, because she's like back heavy. So here she is. I don't know if I can get her to stand. There we go. So she looks good, if not very segmented, but she looks segmented because she comes apart for quote-unquote transformation. She is very posable. Unfortunately, some of her bits come off too easily, namely the back of her head and her hair. So we'll just take her hair off, and I think the back of the head just slides off really easily. I'm gonna have to do something to thicken that up, but yeah, I'll give you a 360 of her real quickly. Straighten her leg out. There we go. So she is very detailed. Unfortunately, I don't know if it'll show up. There are marks on her chest from her red whatchamacallit, which it is removable. So, okay, so she has molded in parts. They're not colored, but they might be enough to get me a strike. So I'm not going to take her clothing. I'll turn it this way, and there you can see her top does come off. There we go. So her top does come off. So this is definitely not for little kids. Her bottom does come off too. I'm not gonna do that. She has a what do you want it? She has a groove, so to speak, down there. Again, it is not colored in, so but it's still enough that could probably get me in trouble. So I'm not going to do it. She's got abs. Like it's a little weird to me because she's got these abs, but the rest of her body isn't that muscular. Oh, she has nice curves. They did good as far as I'm concerned because of her size, and she is going on my shelf. My head theory is that the same humans that made Nightbird decided to make a more feminine but humanoid bot to show that they could, because that's basically what they did with Nightbird. They were like, oh, we just want to show that we can hang with y'all Transformers, so we're gonna make our own non-transforming ninja bot. So I'm gonna say it's the same kind of deal here, and that's why she's so segmented, because she's not a human. She's sort of like an android, but a giant one. When I say giant, I'm gonna show you why, because she is not really in scale with anything. She's in scale with like Mego toys. So if you have a Mego action figure, she's in scale with that, but she doesn't fit your aesthetic. But if you look, here is Fans Toys Rouge for comparison. So she's pretty big. Here is the Robot Heroes Air Waffle. So I would say she was more in scale with a full-size Transformer. So that's why I said that. And she can hold the various, if you put the right hands on her, because she has different hands, she can hold the swords and guns and whatnot. We'll just go ahead and put the sword in. So she can hold the swords and all that stuff. She is very, very, very posable. So let me go ahead and take this out. And I keep pulling her off the thing. I don't want to, but she keeps falling off my shelf. So posability, she's got a ball jointed head. Her neck is it's ball jointed on both sides. 360 here. Her shoulders, because of the way they are, they can flex in a little bit. So she's got a bit of a butterfly joint at the shoulders, and then she's got a ball jointed hinged arm. Her arm rotates here. When I got mine, the upper arms, the mid arm here was separated for the robot mode. She's got double jointed elbows. She's got ball jointed hand, rotates. If you want to change the hand, you pull this out. Just be careful. I pulled out the other side and this piece came apart. Thankfully it did not break, but you've got that, so you can put whatever hands you want. She's got a ball joint right below her boobage. She's got another ball at her hips. Her legs are ball jointed. They go out that far. They go, and they slide off. They slide out very easily, so you can get different poses. It goes forward that far. Back doesn't really go anywhere because her butt gets in the way, but you also have double jointed knees. You have rotation at the thigh, and you have a ball at the foot, goes up and down. No pivot, and that's what hurts her articulation. I don't know if her feet can move independent. Oh, yeah, they can move independently. So you can get a pivot, but then her foot's always pointing down. So, yeah. Or maybe not. Maybe, can I turn you without? Anyway, and then her toes move. So she is very, 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 very poseable. If you have some kind of a display stand, you can get her into a lot of poses without her falling over. If you have her in her Optimus bot mode, you can get even more. You can mix and match parts if you decide to, because she is modular, so you can put some of the robot stuff on her. Like, let's say you want to put the robot arms and the robot legs and head on her, but you want to keep the body like this, you can. Again, the bikini comes off, so if you just want to have her naked on the shelf with robot arms and legs, you can do that. It's up to you. Her faces come off. Let me go ahead, and you're basically going to take that off. You don't need to take the back off, but it just kind of does. And then you pull that out, and then you can get another face going. So she comes with a total of 5 faces. One is the robot mode face, which obviously has a faceplate. Then there's the one that's on her now. And let's see. Then you've got this one here, which, let's see if I can focus in. This one here, which is basically the same as the other one. The only difference is that the eyebrows are a little bit, they raise up higher here than they do here. Let's see, you also have screaming mouth or yelling, for whatever reason. And then you've got sad or bashful face. So so you've got different face options. It'd been nice if they also put in some, I don't know, more realistic faces as well. Would be nice. There we go. Oops, there we don't go. Okay, so got her knees down so we can bring her up closer. So yeah, you got different face options. Options are a great thing. I love having options, even though it's too much and not enough at the same time. There should have been more face. Like, there's no smiley. Why is there no smiley face? I want a happy face. So that is that. I'm going to now. I'm not going to do the quote-unquote transformation on screen, besides things falling apart and getting me in trouble. There's a lot of pulling, and some of the parts are really firm. So yeah, I'm probably not going to ever have her in this mode again. On my shelf, she will always be in Optimus Girl mode. I don't know how to say it, but yeah. So I'm going to switch over to that. Before I do that, of course, now I have to film for, my mini vids, my TikToks and YouTube shorts and Instagram stuff. So we're going to go do that. So be right back. And here she is in her Optimus mode. And she has about the same posability as she had in the other mode. She is a little fiddlier in some points. Like this arm here, for some reason, well, not for some reason, I know why. It pops off, and that's because this little blue thing that they've got here, it's not letting the, actually, there might be, is there flash on this peg? That might be it. There might be flash on this peg that's keeping the, whatchamacallit, from doing its job, the peg from doing its job. Let's see. I don't know if this can help any, but yeah. Matter of fact, when I got her, both her arms were just, it's holding on a little bit better now, but it's still very loose. But she has the same articulation. She's got articulation at these bits now. Her things here, they rotate and come all the way out. Didn't mean to do that. Oh, that's actually pretty cool though. You can see more of her details, of which she's got a lot. Let's go over to finish the articulation quickly so we can get on. Her hands, of course, are the same. Over here, all of this is the same. Legs are really the same, but she stands a little bit better now because of her feet. And I feel like there's die cast in these legs. They feel like, especially these bits, feel like metal. So, and she's got, not only does she have extra ankles, but her feet go side to side, so she does now stand a lot better. Her knee flaps move to get out of the way. Her booby flaps can be moved in any way you see fit. If you want to have them like that, you can. I personally like them like that. And yeah, she looks nice. And I didn't mean to take her out to the frame. We can also change her faces, of course. I'm gonna give her Optimus face. Pull this off. Come on. There we go. Give me your face. And there we go. And put on her Optimus face. It's too bad they don't give you options for the bangs. So you don't have shorter bangs where you can see the face better. So, you know, but it looks nice. And I forgot to put this back on. Oh, before I forget, her hair is on a peg. It articulates, it flares in and out. Also, you can just take it off. If you take it off, you can see she actually has gas tanks on her back. So she's really, really, really well detailed and stuff. Still not sure why she has the abs like this. I guess because Optimus Prime has abs for some reason. So there's that. Dang arm. So let me reposition the camera just a little bit higher, and we shall bring her in so you can see everything a little bit better. Now these wheels here on the side, mine, especially this one here, kept popping off, so I crazy glued this wheel in. There's another wheel over here that I knocked a little bit, and it's a little loose, but it's not as bad. That moves out of the way. This whole piece here is a whole separate piece, so if you just wanted to have her wearing, instead of wearing a thong, wearing like booty shorts, that piece can be used without this piece here. All of this is just really, really well detailed. I mean, that's amazing. The outside of the leg, the inside of the leg. I don't know what else moves on here. I know this moves. But I mean, that is a lot of detail. And like I said, she's still fairly posable. And she stands better in this mode than she does in the other one. So there's that. And of course, she's got weapons. So we have her gas tank guns, and her fingers are they're bendy, so they'll bend out of the way. I still probably wouldn't do this too often. And her arm came off. So she's got her guns. You can use either the hands that go all the way around like this, or you can use the hands with the finger facing forward, so it looks like she's getting ready to pull the trigger. However you want to do it, it's up to you. You can do that. You can have her holding her swords with her hands, and she'll hold them in both hands. She holds it better, obviously, with the closed hands, but with the open hands, she can still hold them just a lot looser, and they'll tip a little forward. So, you know, there's that. And of course, you have the articulation here at the wrist, so you can bend it down so she can, you know, stab forward. So there's that. You have the shield and the axe, and the shield has some moving bits here, and also has a bit of transformation for some reason. Not sure why, but the shield can collapse like this, and I don't know why it collapses for, but it can do that. I don't know, maybe she can use it as a gun, like, you know how in, was it The Last Night, or no, the one before, the one with where they go on the ship and the swords transform into guns for some reason. Yeah, and you've got this, like I said, this axe, and it looks good. To get it into your hand, you have to pull the handle off and slide it in. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can force it in the other ways, but this is the only thing that comes with a handle that slides off. I don't know why. You can also give her the hook hands so she can rip apart Decepticons' faces. And they just tab into, I'll show you actually, I'll just take this off. They just tab into the underside of the covering. You just take this and it will slide into this post here, this post slot, I don't know, the rectangular port. And so there's that. And if you wanted to really make it look like, I mean, you could just pull her hands off and then she would just have the hooks. And then we have her arm blades that come right out of the, like Optimus's blades did in, what, the second movie, was it? So you've got that, and they just, again, use those same ports. So we'll just go ahead and take them off because they're going to pop off. Now you can have different hands as well. So let's see, what different hands do I want to give her? Give her a fist. She's going to be on the shelf, and I'm probably not going to give her any weapons just in case she takes a dive. So there's fist, and her arm just keeps falling off. But there's her fist, so she can shake her fist at you. She's like, transform and roll out. Because, you know, I don't really know what she would say. So we've got a fist. Actually, probably going to put a relaxed hand on. Basically, what you'll be doing is you'll just be pulling it off, and it'll leave that peg. And then you take your other thing, and getting it on is a little bit of a chore because it likes to move. So figure out whichever way works the best for you. And then ram it in the hole as hard as you can. And there we go. You've got different hands, and you can also do this where you pull the peg completely out. Not a huge deal. It'll go back in. Just a matter of trying to get it out of the... there we go. So there's a lot of modular points where things kind of peg in and will unpeg themselves from time to time. It's not an issue really, as long as it isn't broken, which it's not. So let's see if we can get the peg back into the hole because I'm having a hard time with. But yeah, you could do that if you want to have a one of those arm weapons without having the hands in the way. You can pull the whole thing out if you want to. There we go. Okay, and let's get her in better position. So that we can do a quick size comparison. So there we go. Stop trying to be all sexy. Just stand still. All right, so we've got her there. And we'll bring in, again for size comparison, we'll bring in Fans Toys Rouge. My favorite robot RC at the moment. Okay, if we can get her to stand. And you can see she's gained quite a bit of height. And here is Hot Toys. I forgot, Air Waffle. So you can see she gained a little bit of height. So again, she's pretty nice. She's not really a toy, she's more of a collectible figure. You can probably dress her up if you get some like Mego clothes. Actually, let me see. I have Megos. I'll bring one down. I don't have any opened because they display better on my wall when they're not open. Let's get it. We'll get the brighter front of the side. Oh! Okay, so we'll get you out of the way. We'll get you out of the way. And there we go. So she's actually, in this mode, she's a little bit taller, but she scales really well, it looks like, with the Megos. And maybe one day I'll just do a little Mego video. I won't open them because I'm not going to open them because they're on my wall. I'll see if I can throw in a picture at the end if I remember. But they're on my wall. I'm making a wall display of my Megos. But yeah, so that is Alien Attack's optional girl. And let's turn this down a little bit. There we go. I don't know if that's going to help any, but yeah. And also, just for one more size comparison, here she is with, I don't remember if it's Power of the Primes or Titans Returns Windblade. So you can get an idea of how big she is. So she's not going to fit on your universe. Oh, maybe she would. I don't really have a spot for her, so she's going to stay with my my masterpieces. She'll be standing next to my fembots because she more or less fits in with them. So that said, yeah, I'm Isaac now. I'm happy I bought this toy. This toy is not for everyone, or this collectible is not for everyone. It is definitely not for everyone. There are a few issues with it, where in the other mode, the head likes to come apart. The back of the head likes to come off. Because of the way her feet are, it's hard to stand her, because she has a lot of weight going towards the back, especially if you put the big piece of hair on, which I personally like. In the other mode, it feels like it's needed, but in this mode here, it's not needed at all. That's a really nice little Optimus Prime head, even without the, like, it's got the peg-o for the thing, but why would you want to cover up that detail? So I wish she had more in the way of faces and some more realistic looking faces. I mean, I know she's a model to look like an anime bot, but like, she's got those abs there, and the rest of her looks less anime, if you know what I mean, and more on the realer side. So it feels like maybe she should have come with a maybe I can find someone who makes replacement heads and give her like that. I wish they had a different option for the bangs where they weren't so they didn't hang down so low. Also for the side bangs too, because like, it's covering up like there's detail under here. Let me get this off for a minute so I can show you. There's mask detail that's being covered up because of this piece. Come on off. That doesn't want to come out. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Now everything came out. But yeah, I'm gonna put the piece together without those bang pieces so you can see what I'm talking about. And if you look, there are pieces. There's like, I mean, it would have been nice if they would have given us, like, I don't know, a piece here that was like sort of a tiara that come across. So there'll be a little bit of the hair here, but the rest of the head would be, or a replacement head that would have just been like a whole helmet with just the eyes facing out. You know, that'd been cool too. Maybe I'll see if I can get a replacement something. I mean, because there's a lot of detail on this thing and it gets covered up. Like, look at that. Look at all that little detail. That's really nice, and it's kind of a shame that it gets covered up. I'm almost tempted to get a second one just so I can have one in this mode and one in the alt mode, the girl mode, so that, you know, because honestly both modes look really good. Both modes look really good, and you know, why not? She'd be like the ultimate pretender, sort of. That said, anyway, I said that backwards. Anyway, that said, I am iSlip. Thank you for joining me for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you do want to get this figure, I hope, I don't know who's selling it aside from TF Source is selling it right now. That's where I got mine at, TF Source. They have, now the weird thing is, this one was the one that was supposed to come with all of the hand weapons only, and the other version was supposed to come with the this and the hooks and the things that go into the arms. So this was supposed to come with just the big swords, the big handheld swords, the shield, and the axe as the weapons. It wasn't supposed to come with all this other stuff, but it was in the box. So the version I got was the M3 version. So I don't know if it's a mistake. I don't know if they just decided, hey, we're just gonna put everything together. But yeah, it came in a little baggie that was inside the box, separate from, like, it didn't have a space in the clamshell for it. So that said, I'm iSlip. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video. I know it was a bit long-winded towards the end. And ciao.